5 years ago, a national study estimated that on average, Oklahomans paid more than $450 in additional costs each year to repair their vehicles. The reason? Bad roads. The legislature is now directing millions of new dollars to the Department of Transportation to fix roads, highways, and bridges, which raises the question, are the roads getting better?
Maybe they're working a little bit too slow, but I think I'd have seen a little bit of change.
There's so many roads that are around that need to be fixed just in the rural neighborhoods. I mean, just trying to get through town is, I ride my motorcycle everywhere I go, and it's like I might as well have a dirt bike.
The opinions don't vary that much. Oklahoma roads, highways, and bridges need work. Since 2005, the amount of money state government spends to fix the road system has tripled. This year, State Transportation Department funding will hit $571 million, with more than $291 million of that from state government. The state share will continue to increase by almost $60 million a year until it reaches a cap of $575 million state dollars in fiscal year 2018. Terry Angier is the Oklahoma Department of Transportation's Chief of Media and Public Relations. From the agency's view, Oklahoma roads are getting better because of the increased investment of tax dollars.
10 years ago, where we were showing roads and bridges to people that we were very embarrassed about. So this has been a long history of bad roads, and we felt like at times we couldn't do our job or weren't doing our job.
Angier says there is evidence that the state's roads, highways, and bridges are improving. Mike, a delivery man who drives every kind of road in Oklahoma, agrees.
A lot better than they used to be, potholes and all that. Because I got a couple vehicles at home and I don't pop tires like I used to. But yeah, I think it's a lot better than it used to be.
In 2005, over 150 load-posted bridges were on the state's highway system, limiting who could use them. All have now been upgraded and are off the system. Since 2006, the state has installed 400 miles of cable barriers, substantially reducing incidents of crossover head-on collisions. About half of Oklahoma's interstates were listed as below average for roughness in 2005. ODOT says 2/3 of the interstates are now listed as above average. This year, 75 miles of highways are undergoing major improvements, and the number of structurally deficient bridges is down to 634, with plans to have them all fixed by 2019.
We're not finished, and we probably won't be with at least our roadway for another 8 years or so. And that also brings into consideration the fact that as you improve highways and bridges, you find others that need work.
And motorists agree. There is still a lot of work to do.
I'm sure it puts more wear and tear on everybody's vehicles going, your shocks, they're not made to do it. Your tires are going to wear out faster. I think it's got to wear your vehicle out a lot more, no matter what you're riding.
And that's just what Omar Mastansva sees every day at his Oklahoma City auto repair shop.
I see from front ends to damaged struts and so on, Yeah, the roll that's a damage on it.
Mastansva says he hears from his customers on a regular basis that Oklahoma roads are causing damage to their vehicles.
First thing they complain, I hit this pothole, I hit this, I hit that, and that's what happened.
And motorists like Ned say for all the effort and money, the roads don't seem that much different.
To me, they'd be about the same. I just came off the road for 20 years, and I don't see any improvement necessarily. There's room for improvement in all of them.
ODOT's Terry Angier says for 40 years her agency was underfunded, creating a huge maintenance backlog. Now, because of the increased appropriations, there is a fund dedicated just to maintenance and to something else the agency has never before been able to do.
We have just in the last few years been able to get into preventative maintenance, which was unheard of here. We didn't have the funds. We were always trying to be reactive to roads.
Omar Mastansva says there are a lot of drivers in Oklahoma who do not take good care of their vehicles, and frankly, he says, some just aren't very good drivers.
Straight out, the thing is, most days the negligence of the people. They either not educated enough to know about their own vehicle, to know how to take care of it, and then we just don't pay attention what they run into them.
A study done a decade ago listed Oklahoma's single largest asset as its transportation network, valued then at $40 billion.
So ultimately, not only does it help us on an individual level with getting to work faster because time is money, and also with not causing more damage to our vehicles, but also the fact that we could prosper as a state with business and all the other side effects that a good transportation system could have.
A 2007 study found that vehicle owners in the state's two largest metropolitan communities paid a lot of extra money each year to maintain their vehicles because of the poor road system. Tulsa was ranked fourth worst with 41% of its roads in poor condition, costing Tulsa drivers over $700 in additional maintenance costs. Oklahoma City was ranked 10th, costing drivers $631 more a year. By increasing the amount of tax dollars to improve roads, highways, and bridges, the next study should show the investment has saved vehicle owners some major cash.